Wonderful World YouTube channel. UFO whistleblower, ex-US Naval officer noticed front to secret alien base in Antarctica. A former US Naval officer has shockingly claimed to have seen the entrance to a secret alien base and UFOs whilst on obligation inside the Antarctic. The former Navy guy, who is stated to have seen 20 years of provider, has allegedly found out the startling story to U.S. conspiracy theorist investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe. Mrs. Howe, 75, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, who has been presented for her paranormal research through website earthfiles.com, says she was contacted numerous times with the aid of the whistleblower she has best been known as Brian. In a series of motion pictures launched on YouTube, Mrs. Howe is heard interviewing Brian about what he allegedly noticed. Brian, 59, who alleges to be a former retired U.S. Navy petty officer first elegance flight engineer in a squadron called Antarctic Development Squadron 6, claimed to have been part of a team that flew through a no-fly region above Antarctica, and noticed UFOs, extraterrestrial beings, and a massive front hollow to an alien base. He turned into stated to be stationed there between 1983 to 1997, when he retired, and on several occasions saw aerial silver discs flying over the Transantarctic Mountains. In the video, he claimed there is a pinnacle mystery collaboration among humans and extraterrestrial beings, with Antarctica first-rate research ground for the initiatives. The massive hollow became said to be 5 to 10 miles from the South Pole, within the no-fly zone. He also said a collection of scientists had gone lacking for a week and returned terrified and refusing to speak. Then at a camp near Marie Byrd Land, some dozen scientists disappeared for 2 weeks, and after they reseemed, Brian's flight crew were given the task to pick them up. Brian says they could now not communicate and their faces appeared scared. In an email to Mrs. Howe, he stated, "Another unique problem with South Pole Station is that our plane turned into not allowed to fly over a sure location a detailed 5 miles from the station. The purpose said because of a air sampling camp in that area. This did not make any experience to any folks at the group due to the fact on 2 extraordinary occasions we needed to fly over this area. It turned into on the other aspect of the continent and we had to refuel at South Pole, and an immediate path to the Stavis camp changed into right over the air sampling station. The handiest issue we noticed going over this camp changed into a totally huge hollow going into the ice. You may want to fly considered one of our LC-130 into this component." Some of the flight crews became that there's a UFO base at South Pole, and a number of the team heard speak from a number of the scientists operating with and interacting with the scientists at that air sampling camp, Big Ice Hole. Earthfiles has posted a redacted DD-214 document and Antarctic Service Medal given to Brian on November 20, 1984 in a bid to affirm his credentials. The claims have induced reactions inside the UFO community. An article on unsilentmajoritynews.com stated, "Over the years, there had been a ton of articles on the internet dealing with the mysteries and anomalies that involve the Antarctic. Many of them had been debunked, or as a minimum the individual writing claims to have debunked diverse stories. I too have in my view written approximately the mysterious interest speculated to be taking vicinity on the frozen continent, but the following story should be accelerated, certainly others in my humble opinion. Why? What makes this story a long way extra credible than many others is who did the research. Linda Moulton Howe isn't a few internet hack, she's an Emmy Award-triumphing TV manufacturer, investigative reporter for radio and internet, and writer who goes immediately to the males and females at the leading edge of science and environmental breakthroughs and to first-hand eyewitnesses of high strangeness." Wonderful World channel to raise the vibration and share and subscribe this article with your family and friends.